Scry. Hello, old souls, fellow empaths, seers, and psychonauts. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. My name is Steph. We are going to create a portal to perceive and receive in. More of a shadow scroll, if I may. So we'll see what that reveals. The cards that came out in the pre-shuffle, I'm getting this sensation. I'll reveal them in just a minute. Timestamps are below, so if you want to pitter patter, by all means. Is that there's some sort of infinite potential that perhaps you've always had a sensation of, and kind of like I'm seeing Ace of Cups. So while it may just, it's there, this infinite potential, not possibilities, it's the potential, specifically that feeling. But it's almost like a seeping of a stoicness. And that doesn't mean you're not silly or happy or playful, but even those expressions of it, serious to silly or supernatural and beyond, there is always this red thread. Yes, red thread of stoicness. That is the vein of this. So your stoic soul is working with the infinite, and it is expressed through different parts maybe of your personality, people, places, or things, whatever the case is. But something is currently masked and unseen, but I think you know what this is. Me. I think it's that thread of that, and it's about to be seen, or as we say here, see, sense, and feel externally. And it's almost like, when you see a word or something, somebody says something like so wise. And let's take a simple example like live, love, laugh. And, it can be mockable, simple in nature, nice, and, and then something or someone says it in a way or in a conversation or in an atmosphere where you're like, oh, live, love, laugh. And it just like, mind blown. And it's almost unexpressible how you feel that in that moment, and you like understand, and that still is just a beginning because this is a part of you, but then it's visible or felt from others. Not that it needs to come from others, but it's so that you can see it. Anyway, let's go. Please do receive or release freely. And thank you so much for being here, like, sharing, and subscribing. Old souls, you guys rock. Let's do it. All right. The reveal. We've got Ghost Tube Seer kicking today. Should anything come up, so we got a little poltergeist. If you've ever seen the movie Poltergeist. Oh my God, childhood drama. And then the cards that came out in the pre-shuffle. But I'm going to start creating, use timestamps. If you want to tickle me, timestamps. And we're just going to open portal into this shadow space. And I'm sure many of us have been feeling it lately. But we're just going to step right in. I hope you're doing well whenever you do receive this. Feel well to comment below what you see, sense, or feel. Drop an emoji. Whatever feels good. Crease of creation is upon us. If you're opening up with me, taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception. Releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of anyone here at any time, may we all meet a message with meaning. All right, there you go. The sun's starting to come out. You're welcome to take a screenshot, personal use only. Thank you for respecting and protecting the art. Ooh. I got chills. They're multiplying. I'm just going to see if I can help my crease here. There we go. All right. All right. Let's go. There's definitely an energy that's like looking right at me. Something about teeth as well. Could be control if teeth symbol means anything to you. Yeah, see how do I want to say that? There's something. Okay, so I'm in the pupil of the eye, but I'm seeing them as serpents, not snakes, serpents of knowledge. And I think it has something to do with the Stoic. I almost want to say in this left brain, right brain union, there's something about this that is uniting. And I'm making a vow to myself. Maybe you're doing bloodline work. Beyond the current bloodline, it's like, but your bloodline, you, children, kin, or otherwise, all of the elements and energies that are running through the veins of you, those before you and those in front of you, I feel very, very present in that statement or contemplation. Give me a moment. It's almost like a gargoyle, but it's not. It's arms wide open, arms wide open. I'm slipping on a different kind of shirt or t-shirt. It doesn't matter really what it is. It could be a garment. It's in the third eye space. So it could be one of your clairs, or you know what I might want to say? Your supernatural stoic sight. And I'm not even sure if that makes sense, and I'm using all those words correctly in that order, but there's something about the supernatural here. And not because it's super duper or super complicated or whatever the case is. How do I want to express how I'm... Okay, yeah, thank you. The Stoic, right in the cave of hearth fires. If you're new here, I'm going to wander through the shaman's palm. So in the cave of ice is the infinite potential that's coming through. And this almost feels like ethereal of sorts, celestial, cosmos, angelic if you want to. But it's coming out of the stark void, the stark void. And in the cave of winds of the mind is the union. I am uniting concepts of before me and after me. And they are culminating in this very present moment. I, you, we, me. But you know me, I'm going to say as best I can in first person. And in my cave of hearth fires, I am understanding of something in the role. We might use the term mission. Insert whatever may feel good to you in your language, because it must be in your language to resonate with and to embody, because this feels honorable and I'm unshakable. The serpents in the eyes are bringing me back into like not seeing the Ouroboros, but I'm seeing like these water snakes move around, and they are moving through some form of substance. It's like these serpents, whatever knowledge, understandings, and knowings that you have attained and embodied, are shedding their skins. And I kind of want to say I'm ready for more, but it's not more responsibility or more this, that, or the other. It's more of an enhancement. And this means, okay, so this is explaining why maybe you've been feeling the dark, the void, because that's where the potential is. And I've had to say goodbye to what I know, to my assurities, to my knowings, to my comfort zone, to the things that I've worked for over the last days, weeks, months, years, whatever cycles we may call, again, insert the words to acknowledge this goodbye. And then it's like having that conversation. It's not goodbye. I'll be back. And this part of you will be back. This stoic, supernatural superhero is going off into the void darkness, to not, it's not avenge or anything like that. This is part of the union of the masculine and feminine energies, the left and right eyes, brain, whatever the case is, to say, and we know this is a part of it in order for us to expand our frequency, the benefits of you being an embodied bloodline. And while, yes, before and after you, I'm being asked again to remind you of you, just you, and all of the makeups that make that happen on a cellular level, on a metaphysical level. You, no more, no less, because it is and you are enough. So that's why the more feeling, or the word more, I think we can understand it, old souls. Like, I don't need to get constipated over it. Come on. There are no words there, but more is close. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I'm leaned back and I lean forward. I lean back and I lean forward. I'm seeing a plug in a bathtub, and I'm actually hearing the sounds when you pull a plug in a bathtub, but you stay laying in the water to feel it drain. Yes, I'm in there in the cave of rivers. Trust your own growing potential. Oh, I just realized that. Potential. Because there might be something that we kind of talked about in the beginning. Like, you've known about yourself, live, love, laugh, but now you really know. And you're like, oh my goodness, this potential has been and is growing. And maybe you felt unseen. But it's kind of by you, right? I'm seeing Stewie from Family Guy in a playground, or in a sandbox. And even though he's a kid and he's playing and he wants his toy, or he wants to do this or do that, but he's also a very smart kid, right? In this analogy, I think it's he tries to take over the world, like Pinky and the Brain or whatnot, but that's not what I'm talking about. But maybe it's your world and you're very, very smart. And sometimes it can feel like supernatural smart. I got to write that crap down. You're supernatural smart. That it's like the rest of the Family Guy family, less Brian, I believe, and sometimes the brother, and sometimes Meg, they can hear him talk, or hear, he's got time machines and all these things. So sometimes they see it. But for the most part, like even with Brian, he's a dog. Stewie's just a kid, or he's just a baby. But this is kind of like being a baby and being a supernatural superhero all at the same time. You might also have a spirit guide, because this masculine energy that's like stepping forward to me, I see the feminine in there as well. She's working in the nose channel, or this channel. So it's kind of like from the third eye space down, and it's coming to your mouth. Okay, what is that? So there is myth, lore, legend. I think it's called a rake. Something about nostrils as well. There's sharks in here. They're baby sharks. They're actually like quite adorable. They're baby sharks. This rake and sharks, but they're like baby balloon sharks, like balloon animal sharks. They are protecting. Ooh, are they protecting? I kind of feel like someone's floating on me with like shark feet or something like that. And this rake, I believe that's like a super creepy, supernatural thing to speak of. But if you can imagine for a moment, at least in this space, old souls, and I love me some spooky. Not scary, but spooky. Two clouds might specifically speak to you. You might be cloud scrying, or they're just really going to stand out to you. Okay, back into this adventure, if I may, for a moment. There's like a staff with like electricity coming off of it. Oy vey. Okay, hold on. I'm still in here. I'm trying to get the story out because they're moving back and forth. This is turning into like a mountain or some sort of area. It could even say be this tree, something you don't see or I don't see at this moment because something underneath is growing. Okay, thank you. So coming into the cave of earth with mask, unmask, honor your authenticity. I have made a vow in what was currently unseen. And then I come out on earth, come out on top, if I may, onto this road, which I'm on this road down here. I can tell you that right now. That was a weird thing to say. Oh, 11 and 13. I feel like those are big numbers. 13 is my integration number. 11 maybe is the gateway. I think that's most popularly known. I'll totally follow that. It's like then I come up on earth and suddenly I'm this tree and I can take my mask off because that was like an encasing, cocoon, if you want, whatever may feel. But even just versions of you. If there's been a part of you, this stoic kind of superhero of sorts, and not superhero and I can help everyone, I can save the world, this is about you. It's all about you. And that has so much more value because then it'll emanate Ace of Cups and flow out from in infinity. So I'm back on this road and say this is okay, the energy that's coming through, it's getting bigger and bigger every time I look at it. And I'm wondering if this infinite potential is because it's kind of like shape shifting on me, but in a good way. This energy, this rake, I think it is, but it's not that, but it's something along that ways. Plop yourself in there. There's a crescent moon as a crown. And this creature is kind of like, it's a servant, pet, power animal, but it's a power shape-shifting energy, and it's part of a shadow. So your shadow, the underworld, maybe something along that lines. And when this part of you kind of comes up and takes the mask off for yourself, this rake-like being does this thing like in front of you. Yeah, that's just what it does. I don't feel threatened by it, but I feel comforted. Not because it's keeping me or protecting my comfort zone. It's a boundary. It's a boundary that's reminding me it has also made a vow with you. There's an understanding here of this relationship resonance. It's serving the stoic part of you so that this bloodline of your being, I, you, we, me. And when I say protected, it's because the potential is protected from okay, so the word I heard specifically is pathfinders and path pirates. Okay. All right. I'm going to add on a few cards and then I'm going to get ready to go to the other side or the flip side. If you'd like to join us, the link is in the description box and or the comment section if I remember. Just letting you know. But thank you so much. You can join the first tier for a weekly message, second tier for all access to all the extendeds, or the third tier to get all of that plus a monthly live. Sometimes we Zoom, sometimes we YouTube Live. We're all over the place. Let go, lighten your load. Okay, give me a moment. There are very big horns here. When I say horns, they are not structured in the earthly realm. This is like hair, heart, and then it like flows out. This very large masculine energy that stepped forward first and foremost was almost like a close-up, you know, of this energy here, of the masculine energy protecting the potential that the feminine, your feminine energy, or your past, your forward, you know, your futuristic visionary type feel. And something about the heart being in the right place. This feels very self-honor. Shine, make yourself seen. Seeing fingernails. Oh, a lot of baby animals here. So hippopotamus, baby hippopotami. They're very, very playful. Hippos are also very, very dangerous. But here they're playful. I'm also in a labyrinth. Let me tell you something about my best friend. There's a large energy here. Some part of me felt like cast away. And I've got something gathered under my arm and I'm like, let's go, buddy. Let's go. This isn't in a pity party. Okay, let's go. Let go. Let's go. Just add an S in there. Let go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to, there's a part of your shadow that maybe you're aware of. I'm going to say shadow, but it could even be void energy that you've offered as a sacrifice of sorts to the void, or this energy of infiniteness. Make yourself seen and unseen here, seen and unseen, because taking this mask off, and you know, it doesn't even feel like, I feel like maybe you've tried on a bunch of different things, or you just have a lot of different parts to your personality, and this doesn't need to be poo-pooed. You know, we go to work and we put on a certain uniform, our best front for that, our best forward thinking even, skill sets, strengths, you know, and you bring that forward when you go to work. You bring that forward when you go to your friends or hang out wherever. Yeah, don't drive yourself crazy over trying to, the mask mirror intellectual concept can make one go mad, because it's like, am I being authentic if I put this one on, this one? They all are. And if, as long as your heart is in the right place, true and blue to you, as you move through, I think you're good. And if you're multifaceted, multidimensional, whatever the case is, and you're just very good or becoming very good at expressing that, it really is helpful to others, but it's also going to be triggering to others that like to keep you or themselves on the straight and narrow. I'm not trying to insult that. There's some folks that are very, where is it? The Stoic focus. There are some that are just like, yes, goal, there, yes, like, yeah, right, okay. And then there's other parts of you or other channels of creation and connection that feel more zigzaggy or wavy or above, you know, just like a silly string of a journey. That can still be very, very valuable and covering a lot more ground, actually, in some cases, because the heart is still tethered to your stoic Stoic knowingness of the supernatural, whatever this case is. And I'm only saying it feels supernatural because that's how it feels, is supernatural, but not because it's super, but because it's natural. And I feel like you make it super. Like you're not stressful. Anyway, you get the gist. Okay. Let's get ready to close out. Anything else? Yes, I see you. Thank you. There's a stegosaurus. Cloves of garlic. Oh, and you know what's really interesting is this ink blob is like looking up at this. I'm telling you, someone, it's like this is a big cloud man or something like that. Maybe it's God for you. Confidence. It's okay to have confidence in lightening your load. Even if it's this whole complexity of mirrors and masks, to toss them out. You know, it's like going through your clothes and getting rid of some clothes that don't fit. We donate them and we do the things and feel bad. I used to love this and now I don't fit into it, or I ripped this, or I haven't worn this. And yeah, you know, yeah, you go through it. Shine. Magical power. Dragonflies and bees might be a thing for you right now. And this cloud man on the bottom is safe travels. All right. Wow, I hope this did serve, inspire, educate, or entertain your infinite potential and possibilities. Making that vow in your heart space to yourself. What was unseen is becoming seen, most importantly, by you. It's like planting trees now that maybe you might never get to appreciate at 60, 70, 80, 200 years old. Forward thinking in the present. You're pretty much a supernatural. I almost want to call it like saint. All right. I'm going to head on over to the flip side. You're welcome to join us. We're going to have safe travels on our way there. And if you're not joining us until next time, so much love. Bye. Let's see the Easter egg card to take us to the flip side. Wishing and hoping and praying. Da, 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 da. See you there.